It was a roller coaster ride for the Buckeyes' 2014 season. Not many could have dreamed of seeing Ohio State winning the college football playoffs after the season they had. In 2012, the Ohio State football team was led by Urban Meyer in his second year as head coach. The Buckeyes finished their regular season with an undefeated record for the second consecutive year.
And Urban Meyer, in his first season as head coach at Ohio State, leads the Buckeyes to their sixth perfect season in school history in 123 years of football.
After an undefeated season in 2012, Ohio State signed a highly ranked recruiting class and entered the 2013 season ranked number 2 in all major college football polls.
Here's Miller to throw it. Incomplete! And the Buckeyes turn it over on down. Michigan State in the victory formation. Connor Cook takes a knee, and that will do it. The Michigan State Spartans defeat Ohio State 34-24, snapping the Buckeyes' 24-game winning streak, ending their hopes of a national championship.
As well as being considered the favorite to win the Leaders Division, while also competing for the Big Ten Championship and National Championship.
It was a lot of just so much potential with the group that was coming back. 24-2 over the past 2 regular seasons, and I feel like the 2 losses to end the 2013 season was just more fuel and more motivation that those guys kind of needed heading into 2014. I know me personally, I didn't think Ohio State would lose a game in 2014 just with the talent that they had returning and the talented freshmen coming in.
A major blow for Buckeye football tonight. Senior quarterback and Heisman candidate Braxton Miller will miss all of the 2014 season with a shoulder injury.
As a junior, Braxton Miller had 2,094 passing yards, 24 passing touchdowns, 1,068 rushing yards, and 12 rushing touchdowns. He finished 9th in the 2013 Heisman Trophy voting and was once again named the Big Ten Offensive Player of the Year. Just before the start of the 2014 season, Braxton went down with a shoulder injury, eliminating him from his talented position as quarterback.
He's as disappointed as anybody can imagine, and probably just trying to endure everything that's going on with him physically and emotionally, to be taken away from his team his senior year.
Oh, devastated. I mean, that's your quarterback's the basis of the offense. And the fact that he's easily the best player, he ran that offense for the past 2 years easily. You saw him persevere through injury in the bowl game prior, even though they didn't get the win. But, I mean, you just don't know what to do. You don't know what's going to happen, or is Ohio State going to tank, or do they have somebody to step up? So it was just interesting to see what was going to happen next.
JT Barrett redshirted as a freshman at Ohio State in 2013. JT was expected to be the backup quarterback to senior Braxton Miller in 2014. However, he became the starter after Miller was forced to miss the season due to a shoulder injury.
Braxton went down. It was this uncertainty that Buckeye fans hadn't felt in a long time. It was, you know, who's going to step up, and once we found out it was going to be JT, well, who's JT? I mean, you don't just, you know he's got to have some talent. You don't just come to Ohio State to come to Ohio State.
Columbus, Ohio. We'll see a lot of scarlet and gray tonight. A record crowd is expected for this home opener, where the Buckeyes have won 35 straight home openers, and they come in ranked the number 8 team in the country. For the first time, they meet the Hokies of Virginia Tech. College football's active winningest coach, Frank Beamer, set to square off against Urban Meyer and the Buckeyes. Both teams off to 1-0 starts so far in the season. How big's the game? King James is in the house. And a big game for JT Barrett as well, making his first appearance at Ohio Stadium as a starting quarterback against Michael Brewer, the quarterback for the Hokies of Virginia Tech. The ACC meets the Big Ten next.
So just being in the stadium, a home opener, when you're ranked in the top 10 in the country, the crowd, of course, you know, is electric. And there was all kinds of buzz around the stadium all day that day. I don't think a night game has ever been calm in Columbus, Ohio, but this was really through the roof as far as excitement. And
this kind of a third down. Barrett throws, and it's intercepted again, and that's going to be the ball game. Donovan Riley down the sideline, and he's going to take it. Touchdown, and the capper of the night.
Something happened to the crowd, like a dark cloud went over the stadium. JT Barrett threw an interception, and they returned it for a pick six, coming right back to the end zone where the student section was, and people were crushed. Leaving the stadium, there was not a smile in sight.
Another streak coming to an end. 64 straight regular season home wins against unranked non-conference opponents.
This loss did not define Ohio State's season. They went on to win 8 games in a row without ever looking back.
They've not lost to an in-state school since 1921. Cincinnati gave them a battle tonight. They pressure Barrett. Corner throw. Caught for a touchdown. Jalen Marshall.
State stays unbeaten in Big Ten play at 3-0. They go to 6-1 as they win it in double overtime.
Snap to JT Barrett. Barrett looking to throw. Tosses right corner of the end zone. Caught by Dontre Wilson for a touchdown.
And Ohio State wins this big football game here, riding on the coattails of JT Barrett. 49-37.
I remember it was obviously hyped up per the usual, the game, Michigan-Ohio State. Remember it being a close game, even though I believe Michigan wasn't too good that year. But I remember thinking to myself, it doesn't matter, it's Michigan-Ohio State. Of course, it's going to be a close game.
During the Ohio State-Michigan matchup, Barrett went down with what was later determined to be a broken ankle early in the fourth quarter.
In trouble in the backfield is brought down for a loss by Ojemudia. Some pushing and shoving after the play. We haven't seen a lot of extracurricular activity in this game, as Barrett still down for Ohio State.
He got bent back pretty significantly when he went down. Ojemudia had him, and it was wrestling him to the ground.
Oh boy, and obviously Braxton Miller is out for the year. Cardale Jones, a sophomore from Cleveland, is the next man up.
The injury happened on a run play, with Ohio State leading 28-21 after Barrett had thrown for 176 yards and a touchdown, while also rushing for 89 yards and 2 touchdowns. Barrett was cited in weeks before the injury as a potential Heisman Trophy contender, but ended up finishing 5th in the voting.
Cardale Jones, Cardale Jones. The whole state of Ohio is counting on Cardale Jones.
And, I mean, this is a guy who tweeted that he's not at the Ohio State University to play school.
Out of the gun, empty backfield now. Here's Jones, steps back, looks downfield, lets it go. He's got a receiver, Devin Smith. Oh, he made the catch. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
came out and was a gunslinger.
On December 6th, the Ohio State Buckeyes defeated the Wisconsin Badgers 59-0.
Jones handed it off. Elliott again. Watch out. 40, 30, 20. They're playing that Buckeye swag song already. 81 yards. Stabby in trouble. Stabby drops it out. Clement. And Clement picks up the first down, but the clock runs out. And that's it. The final score from Indianapolis. Ohio State 59, Wisconsin nothing.
This was a statement win for the Bucs. They really proved to the committee that Ohio State was ready to dominate the college football playoffs.
We are ready now to unveil the 4 teams who will compete for the national championship in the first college football playoff. So let's take a look at the bracket right now, and don't know their fate just yet. And here's how we're going to do it this time. I'm going to go ahead and show you number 4, and then we'll pop out number 5 and 6. None of us know who it is. So who will play Alabama? And it will be the Buckeyes of Ohio State.
Honestly, I was thrilled because everyone always makes the joke, the posters, we want Bama, and it was Ohio State's time. They got Bama.
Marshall motions into the backfield. Snap to Jones. Hands it Marshall. And it's reverse. Ball is given to Spencer, who throws left corner of the end zone. Caught to Michael Thomas. The official signal touchdown. Evan Spencer with a touchdown pass to Michael Thomas.
Once that Bama game ended and Ohio State got that win, I had a pretty good feeling about Oregon.
Elliott breaks free. Ezekiel Elliott gets a block and busts to the end zone.
But yeah, an incredible contender. Just he was so willing to block. He was willing to do anything to get the win. And that guy, just another talented, which everyone found out that Ohio State, how talented they actually were that season. And I think that's when he really shined, because we had to rely on the running game. Because if there's no running game, then everyone's going to know Cardell's going to throw. And I think this season completely changes if you don't have a running back like Zeke.
Elliott dodged the eye of this national championship win.
The 2014 Ohio State football season was one to remember and will go down as one of the best runs in college football history.